I have no idea. God, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what this one's called. Okay, so I literally just watched J-Perm's video so that I could have an idea of how to film and how to narrate while I was filming my cube collection video. And okay, J-Perm being J-Perm, I understand he's good, but man, he's improved at editing so much. I am jealous. I'm super jealous. I know I'm there, I'm down here, and J-Perm is like way above, where basically out of the screen. But man, that editing is so good, and it's tough for me to understand that. It's tough for me to understand how to film my video now. I've got all my cubes right here, and I really can't understand how to start, because he starts like this, and I am stumped. I am stumped out of my own brain that I actually don't know where to start. Because see, normally I was thinking that I'll go through non-WCA puzzles and then go to WCA puzzles so that I have my best for last. But God, that guy is good. Okay, he has over 250 cubes. I don't even have that many. I have less than 100. Okay, so that's a cue for whoever answered the poll. But seriously, okay. This is going to be difficult, but I'm going to try my best. Okay, so I honestly don't have the best setup. This is actually the back of one of those cardboards that I use to make video backgrounds. The red, green, and black ones. And I really didn't want to use a black one. This is a good video, so don't blame me for that. Okay, so for all of you who entered the poll, I want to make sure that I am not messing up the number of cubes that I have. So I'm going to be putting a cube counter, and the total number of non-WCA puzzles that I have are 11. Let's start with the only 3x3 shape mods that I have. This is, as everybody knows, the mirror cube, and it's amazing. It's mirror blocks, and Eman is very good at doing BLD mirror blocks. This is a cube that I won at Eman's. Okay, Eman's going to be mentioned a lot in this video, I guess. So I won this at Eman's world record celebration thing, and I've never really been able to solve this, so I'm just going to set it aside. These are all, I don't know if that is a 3x3, but I hope it is. These two are my favorite keychain cubes. These are very good warm-up cubes, and they're not that great for, okay, I'm not going to do that because the keychain really messes you up. So these are very good warm-up cubes, because you can, if you get under 30 on these cubes, you're gonna get sub 10 for sure. That's how good these are, and these are amazing to stick to your backpack and move around. This one I really like because this is the Chi one where they had transparent cubes. So another one of those is this cube. So this was the one that I actually put quite a lot of lube into, and that's why it's so smooth. It's not as cranky as the other one. Let's go through the rest of them. So I have, this is called a magic cube, I believe, but that Yushin magic cube, that is good. This is a pyramorphics that I have never been able to solve. Actually, I've been able to solve, but I like this pattern. This is quite good pattern. I put it in my display case, but my display case was full of dust, and now this is full of dust. We have, I believe this is called a Kilominx, and this is basically a 2x2, and I really don't want to mess it up right now. We have, this is, I believe, which is actually quite good to solve, but I'd rather not jumble it up. And because I was in a place where I really liked Mega Minx and the Ready Minx, I bought this. This is a Mega Minx. No, this is a, what is this? I called it a Mega Minx. This is a Ready Minx maybe, but it's very good. It's fun to solve, and I've never done a full solve on it. This is a, okay, so this is a Kilominx that I'm sure of, so I don't know what this one's called. This is a Kilominx, and it's super fun. It's good for outer layers on the actual Mega Minx, but I think this is a good puzzle on its own. This should, in my opinion, be introduced in the WCA events, because it will be very good to attract people towards Mega Minx. Hopefully it is introduced. Last is the first non-WCA puzzle I ever owned. It was given to me by one of my uncles who was more like a brother than an uncle, and it has the worst color scheme ever. And it's so okay. You can hear how bad it is. But it was he actually challenged me to be able to see if I could solve it while he was visiting us, and I solved it in less than 30 minutes. Actually figured out how to solve it in less than 30 minutes, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. So thank you, and this is the last non-WCA puzzle I own at this point. Let's start with what people think is the worst event in the WCA as of this point. And even if 3x3 with feet were there, this would be the worst event as per a lot of people, but not me. It's the clock. So I have 4 clocks. That makes the total up to 15. So these 2 are Cubelelo Elite clocks. I'm supposed to have one more, but it broke down, so I threw it away. Actually, it broke all the way through. So these 2 are Cubelelo. These, I think both of them are the Elite clock. None of them are magnetized, and they are as bad as crap. Then these 2, I'm not saying the Cubelelo Elite clocks are bad. It's that after a while they're not very good. This is the Sengso one, which I made. These 2 are the ones that I made a video about, and I was going to do a review, but I fell into depression, and then I was depressed even more, and I was depressed even more, so these videos never came out. So these 2 are, this is the Chi clock. This is really good, and I haven't practiced for a while, so I'm not going to embarrass myself on camera. And this is the Sengso clock, which is still kind of cool, but not that great. And you can see I've put loops in the screws because the screws were almost as good as stripped when I got this. Next is the event which I'm least interested in improving in, and that is Pyraminx. Now I have only 2 Pyraminxes, I don't know. Okay, so I have only 2 Pyraminxes, and this is I think the Moyu one, which I bought all the way from SCS, but it's not set up. So don't worry, I am not that rich. And this is the only good Pyraminx that I've actually ever liked, but I still don't want to improve. This is the X-Man. This is which one? I think, oh, I don't even know the name of it. That's how bad I am at Pyraminx. Okay, now the count is at 17, and I have one of the most underrated but still not very good events at hand. That is Megaminx. So I have this Shengshao very old Megaminx that when I started I used to solve in around 15 minutes. So I just put that one aside. Then this is the one that I made a really good video about that still has around 400 or 500 views, and I'm grateful for all of you. And I've messed this queue up real bad. I have to clean it up and set it up all over again. So hopefully I can do that in some time. Let's put this aside. This is actually the YJMGC Megaminx. Then we have my 2 favorites, which is the GAN, and the logo is as good as faded at this point. And this is the Cubicle GAN, which I haven't done a single solve on yet. Please don't say Andha Paisa. Bhavya Goyal, if you put Andha Paisa, I swear you and I are going to go at it at the next competition. The counter is now up to 21. Let's go ahead and add 4 with square ones. Now I have, okay, let's start with the worst one. This is the YJC, and I have no idea why I bought it, but I think if I get into square one, I'm going to magnetize this and use this for setup, because I'm going to do setup anyway. Then we have these 2. These 2 are actually the same cube. This is setup different. This is this is the YLM. These 2 are the YLM, and these are quite good. I've got some good times on this one, but I still believe the best square one there is this one. This is the Cubicle Labs one. Actually, there's a this is the Cubicle Labs Volt V1, and I believe that this and the Cosmic Volt V1 were very good at a point, but I think after Volt V2 has come out, which I haven't tested yet, this one went down pretty fast. Now that the count is at 25, let's go ahead and add 4 more with the last side event that I'm still not very good at, Scube. Now I've got, as clearly seen, I've got 2 Arians, and none of these are set up. If anybody asks me how many of these cubes have I got set up, this These are not professionally pre-set up cubes, so I'm gonna put these aside. I really like them, but they're a bit blocky, I would say, and that's why I'm not very interested in this cube. This was my first cube, and this was gifted to me by Nishant Bhavsar, who I believe has stopped cubing completely. So this is the Moyu's cube. Just not look at it, and this is the only good one with a good case. This is the X-Man Wingy. Okay, my fingers remember stuff that I don't. That sounded weird. Let's not say that ever again. Okay, so this is the X-Man Wingy, which I really liked up until I got this one at RGIT, and I made a huge mess out of it and made a huge good video out of it. So I'll link that one here just for you to see. Okay, so the count is at 29, and at this point let's go ahead into WCA events, and I am really not able to understand how I have so many of these. The most underrated event, 7x7. I have 6 7x7s. I have no idea how. Okay, so let's start with the first cube that I ever bought, first 7x7. This is the Supernova Wuji. This is the Supernova Wuji M, and this is a replacement. This is actually a Wuji I bought from Cube Lelo right before a competition because I lost one of the pieces on this one, and you can see how many times I've dropped it. There are really so many marks on this, and this is the best one. So these are the Wujis. Let's put them at the back. The Wuji was one of the best cubes I ever had, and I wish I could still use it as my main. After that comes these two Haze cubes. Now Haze 7, I wish they come out with the V2 because I really loved this, and Spark really put them down the drain because these two cubes were defeated by the Spark. So Haze, please come out with a V2 because I really need one. So one of these is a cubicle setup, and I have no idea which one that is, and the magnets in that one were the same as the manufactured one. So yeah, let's put these at the back, and let's come down to the last two. Now this is my main. This is a Spark M set up by me, and it's kind of dry at this point, so hopefully I set up soon. I used it at the competition that I'll be linking the video of right here. This has given me some very good results, and hopefully it does in the future too. I actually have a Cosmic Spark which is stuck with my aunt because she could not travel because of COVID, and I wish I could have gotten it a little sooner. Now this is the only 7x7 that I bought, used and hated from the bottom of my soul. This is the Moyu Aofu GTS. Unless it's not GTS, but it's still not very good. It has the worst mechanics, the worst layers. Okay, one of the reasons why I really love the Spark is the outer layers. It feels like a wall. I've said this a lot of times. I'm going to say it again before I cut to the next scene. The counters at 35, and let's go ahead into the next big cubes that I'm not a big fan of, but I still like doing. 6x6. So I have 5 6x6s. That is more than the average, I think so. So I have, this was my first 6x6. This is the Wuhua V2, I believe, and this was the Supernova Wuhua V2M that I bought from Speed Cube Shop because I wanted to try magnetic cubes beforehand when I went into big cubes. And okay, honestly, this has not been touched in a very long time, said every Indian virgin boy, said every Indian engineering student, honestly, but this is kind of cool. This was good. It popped a whole lot. It made a lot of mess, and thankfully I never had to use this in a competition. The next one is sort of doubted, debated upon quite a lot because I've heard good things and bad things about it, and honestly my review would be it's not that great. This is the Moyu, okay, very bad with names, Moyu Ao Chuang. No, this is, God, I have no idea. This is the Moyu Aoshi. Yeah, this is the Moyu Aoshi GTS, and maybe GTS too. No, I think GTS. So this is the Moyu Aoshi GTS, and I really hate it. It has a very blocky structure, and it is I think one new cube which is the MGC 6x6 has a similar structure, and that is why I haven't tried neither the 6x6 nor the 7x7 because I really don't want to get into that experience. And honestly, my review of this is I'm not very happy with it. But if people who like blocky cubes, I think you should go for this one. Moving on, we have 3 other 6x6s which are the same. These 3 are the shadows. This is the normal shadow with shadow M, which was set up by me. This is the speed cube shop, and this is the cubicle. Please don't ask me at this point which is the best, because I have to do this all over again because I stopped cubing because I was depressed. Counter is at 38. Now let's go ahead and check out. Somewhat I'm surprised that I have only 5 of these 5x5s. Okay, so this is my first 5x5 that actually got me into big cubes. This is the Moyu Wu Chuang, and I honestly loved it. I wish the new Ao Chuang would have been the same thing, but the Wu Chuang was amazing. It was one of the best cubes I ever owned. It is one of the best cubes I ever owned, and I wish I could continue, but this is non-magnetized, and if I magnetize a 5x5, I'll be using this cube. Next, okay, I have honestly no idea which is which. I'm gonna check the internals. Okay, so I think I have it. I think these 2 are the walls. No, these 2 are Wu Wei Chuang. I have no idea. These 2 are the Wu Chuangs, and I think that is the Wei Chuang, not the Wu Chuang. This is the Wei Chuang. These 2 okay, these names are very weird. Okay, these 2 are the Wu Chuangs. This is a cosmic Wu Chuang, and this is a normal Wu Chuang, both of which are really good, and I think I use this in comps, or maybe I use that one. Okay, so these 2 are very good cubes. I think that's all I have to say about them. Now these two are the Walks. Now I think this is the Walk 5 and this is Walk 5M, and this is the Mystic Walk 5M. I have no idea how to tell the difference unless, okay, this is a little smoother. Yeah, this is the normal one, this is the mass manufactured one, and this is the Mystic one. So these 2 are really great. That's all I can say. Now this is going to be the most interesting part of the video, so if you don't watch this, guys, I'm going to be really angry. Now we have 4x4 and we have to go through it one by one because I have way too many. Let's start with this. If anybody can guess which this one is just by this side, you are a 4x4 genius. This is the GAN, and honestly it's still very good. I swear I can't get over the GAN. This is one of the best 4x4s I've ever owned, and GAN did a very good job. People don't like it. I had to say it takes a lot of effort to set it up. It takes a lot of stamina, energy, patience, but at the end of the day, if you set it up right, it is one of the best 4x4s out there. Next we have a 4x4 which I wish would have been a lot better. This is the Wu Chui Mini, and honestly I like it. It's small, it's compact, but it's nothing in front of the Ausu WR. But this cube, I believe if anybody is like a Chi fanatic, this is the best cube you can have after the Angstrom Wu Chui. Speak of the devil, and we have the Angstrom Wu Chui in our hands. Now I use this cube a lot and I have set it up. I've actually only put DNM in it quite a lot of times, but this is one of the best cubes and you need it if you want to go good at 4x4 and you have big hands and like big cubes like me, because this is like epic. Finishing up the Chi line, we have the Walk and the Mystic Walk. Okay, the logos from Cubicle are not very good because I don't see a single logo except for the Celeritas, but these 2 are amazing cubes. Walk did a very good job with the strong magnetic. I have no idea why they came up with a strong and standard magnetic, but I believe these 2 were enough and I'm going to stick with that. Now finishing the Walk and coming up with the Moyu cubes, we have, okay, which ones are these? Yeah, no, maybe not. Okay, yeah, I get it. These are the Ausu GTS, right? I don't know. Let me check. Just give me a second. Okay, yeah, got it. These are the Ausu GTS 2s. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yes, this is the Cubicle Ausu GTS 2. And of course, by the logo, you can tell this is the normal Ausu GTS 2. And I haven't used these too much because their whites are almost faded. But these two are quite good cubes, but after the Ausu Worm, these are nothing. Moving on, once again, Speak of the Devil, we have the Ausu Worms. Now you can clearly see this is the Celeritas Ausu Worm, and it is not very used because the Celeritas logo is still on. And this is the normal Ausu Worm. Now you will say Andha Paisa Bhavya Goyal, I know, but I'm gonna be proud of it because this is a very good cube, and this is a good cube to know how good this cube is. So that's me just rambling. Saving the best for last, my first magnetic 4x4. This is the original Ausu GTS, and this is the Cosmic Ausu GTS, which I still want to keep as my main. You can see how badly I've used it because Cosmic logos don't tear off that easily. This is one of the best puzzles I've ever owned. Best. This I set up, and it's kind of very heavy at this point because I've set it up many times. Let's put that aside. This cube is my eternal main. It's like the benchmark for 4x4s because I love 4x4s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 4x4s. That's how much I love 4x4s. So you can tell this is one of the best puzzles I've owned, and I wish I could keep it as my main, but the worm is my main. Okay, I'm gonna keep 3x3 for last because there are still so many of them. Let's go ahead into my least favorite event, 2x2. We have, I think this is the Gog one, which I really messed up. Yeah, you can tell. I think this is the Gog one. I have no idea which cube this is, I swear. But it looks very good. It has the, I think these were from Speed Cube shop or Cubicle. These are the full fitted stickers, and these are very good. The stickers are very good. I don't know about the cube. Now we have the GAN 249M, and it is good, but I'm not too much of a 2x2 fan, so I'm just gonna say watch someone else's review. This is the Walk 2. It's good. That's all I'm gonna say. Once again, too many 3x3, so let's start one by one. This is a stickered Yushin Little Magic that I removed all the stickers from, so it's basically a yellow side. And finally, I have joined the sticker peel off guy. I've become a sticker peel off guy. I think, yeah, this one. This is also a YLM, and everybody knows the color scheme of it is very bad, but it's one of the best cube. This is not the YLM, this is a Yushin Little Magic, so YLM still, but non-magnetic, but it's kind of cool. It's a good cube. It actually changed budget cubes once it came, but it's still one of the best cubes if you get the Cube Lilo setup one, whatever. But a good cube in general. Now I've got two budget cubes. I think these are the MF3 RS2s, and all I'm gonna say is that I've tested sonar and lunar on this. You can see the S for sonar and the L is gone, but that's what I use these for. And I've spring swapped one of these. I think this one, by the springs I can tell. Oh shit. Okay, so these two, I'm gonna keep the GANs for last. So let's go ahead into the only other chi puzzle that I have. Actually, the only chi puzzle that I have. This is the Walk 3. Now I actually used this at Oculus 2020. It is a good puzzle. I got a 12 average on this, I think. And yeah, that's all I think I can say. I think this is the non-mag one. I actually gave away the mag one for one of the GAN puzzles. So this is a good cube. This was my first 3x3 if I'm not mistaken. Time to get into more use, and this is the one that I spring swapped one of those MF3 RS2s for. So this is a GTS 2M with the spring swap, and this is the GTS 2 untouched. This is basically raw at this point. I've not really done many solves on this, and I think I should use this for setups. So yeah, so GTS 2 was one of the best cubes at the point when I started cubing, which was October 2018. 2018 or 2019? 2018. Oh god, that's how confused I am. So these two are very good cubes, and this is the logo that I got from Nats 2019. I have a few more logos inside which are untouched. So yeah, good cubes, bring back good memories. One of the cubes I forgot to mention earlier, which is one of the best cubes, and this is my main at this point. This is the Cosmic MF3 RS2M that I bought on the recommendation of a guy named Japom. Moving on, I think we don't need to really address which cube this is. Everybody knows which cube it is, so I'm just, if you don't know it, you're a new cuber. Last but honestly not the least, these are the worms. This is the Celeritas worm and this is my setup worm. So honestly, both cubes are really good. I have nothing to hold against them. And if I am tired of the Cosmic MFT RS2, these are my mains. Probably wondering, these are already so many 3x3s. Well, we have a few more to go through. Let's start with the first GAN 3x3. This is the GAN RS, if I am not mistaken, and this I got along with two GAN X's that I bought directly from GAN and not through some intermediary like Cubelelo or Cubicle or Speedcube shop. But honestly, very good cubes. This is a very good cube and I tried to magnetize it, but opening up even one of those, one corner, one edge, is very difficult. So if anybody buys these, I recommend you get it pre whatever. But I think there are better cubes now on a budget. GAN cubes now on a budget. They've got a new I think monster series, but I haven't tested it out, but I like this one. Now I've got three cubes that everybody wonder why I have three of. If anybody can guess which these are, amazing. Okay, so I'll put it out there. This is the GAN Air SM. These three are GAN Air SMs. This was my first GAN SM. This is the GAN SM 2019 edition, which I bought for OH, and it's kind of cool. And this is a one that I traded for the Walk that I used at Oculus 2019. 2020. So 2020 is a year I would want to forget, but I can't forget because I actually got my first podium. Anyway, these three are really good cubes and I'm hoping I can keep using them for OH. The last, and hopefully the last GAN puzzles I ever have to buy, these two are the GAN X's. Now I'll have to open up the centers to see which one is the IPG V5 and which is the numerical IPG. But honestly, both these cubes are amazing, and the setup that I did, which I'll link right here, were amazing on these cubes. I still love them. Okay, we are almost at the end of the video and you're going to be wondering if 77 is the answer to the poll. Well, honestly, it's not. And the reason it is not the answer is because we have two puzzles in our hands left. These are the MF8 and MF9. Now you're going to wonder why I didn't add these in the non-WCA puzzles list. Well, the only reason, and I believe this should be a reason that WCA can hear, is because I want these two in WCA events and not in non-WCA events anymore. Because okay, I agree, 7x7 is not very favored event, but 7x7 kind of sets a limit. And for practicing, okay, 8x8, 9x9 I do, but there should be a reason why you can't put these into WCA puzzles, because I can average easily 9 on this, and top speed cubers can go down to almost 6 minutes on the 9x9. Can you believe that? 6 minutes on the 9x9. So there is absolutely no reason as to why these shouldn't be added. Feet was removed. I believe feet should not have been removed, and instead you should add events more, so that you can actually attract more attention, attract more diversity, because there are many types of people who do magic blocks, who do mirror cubes, who do ghost puzzles. And I'm not saying add every single one of them, but add a few at a time so that people can be attracted towards buying more cubes. Okay, I'm going to go on monologuing if I'm not stopped, but honestly, I seriously and from the bottom of my heart wish that feet can be reinstated, not just because Eman wants to get WR, but because it is a good event, and these two can be added to WCA. To all of you who watched the video till here, I swear I love you all, because it is difficult for video creators, especially in this pandemic, especially sitting at home, to make videos, because it takes a lot of energy, not just in making but in editing videos. And why I'm so crazy at JPerm's videos, because it takes a lot of effort sitting at home and doing what you have to do. Because I stopped it, and once I went to the competition, once I came back and I started, it took me a while just to get into the routine. It's very difficult, and I swear I am very thankful for every single one of you. Now, CubeNama is going to come up with, or has already come up with, I don't know when this video is going to come out, and I don't know when their video is going to come out, but CubeNama is coming up with a content creator something thing, which I am a part of. So if I do debates about which event should be added and should not, I hope it is with them. And 8x8 and 9x9 I feel should be added as events. And in a video that I did in the past, I did it with Eman. He said that he would like events like mirror blocks BLD, and 8x8, 9x9. One of my suggestions was 4MBLD. These kind of events should be added, and the fact that feet was removed was not a good idea. But at the same point, if it is not reinstated, Eman has the world record single, and I'm happy for him. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, it means a lot, and hopefully you'll see me on the other side. Hi guys, just a quick reminder, I can do a lot of voiceovers. So well, anyway, I'm just saying that for fun. Check out this video if you want to see how I loop my cubes, actually the number of loops I have, because I'm very proud of how many loops I have. So please check this out, and hope you enjoy this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. And thank you for watching. I still believe that the best